morning. It's Tuesday and it's 11 a.m., which means it's time for the FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM. This is where we present live weekly performances in the WDNA Jazz Gallery and feature students, faculty, and alumni from Florida International University's Wertheim School of Music. I'm your host today and FIU faculty Dr. Russ Spiegel, and along with our producer, Dr. Karen Velaz, we'd like to welcome you to our show. Whether you're listening to us at home, in your car, or live on wdna.org/FIU, we are delighted to have you with us. And today we are pleased to feature the FIU School of Music musical theater students with Haley Ferry, Angela Vera, Maria De Moya, Patricia Garcia, Jay Hernandez, Josh Agunos, Megan Steffi, Ainsley Newton, Kelly Gonaga, Serenity Perez, and Alice McFall, and led by Professor Vincent Connor, and accompanied by FIU Professor Dr. Vindhya Khare on piano. And the first piece we are going to hear is Requiem from Dear Evan Hansen, featuring Haley Ferry.
Why should I play this game of pretend, remembering through a secondhand sorrow, such a great son and wonderful friend. Oh, don't the tears just pour? I could curl up and hide in my room, there in my bed still sobbing tomorrow. I could give in to all of the gloom, but tell me what for? Why should I have a heavy heart? Why should I start to break in pieces? Why should I go and fall apart for you? Why should I play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark without your light? I will sing no requiem tonight. You were the flood that swallowed us whole, refusing a love we endlessly gave you. You were a fire out of control, a flame that couldn't be tamed. Why should I have a heavy heart? Why should I start to break in pieces? Why should I go and fall apart for you? Why should I play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark without your light? I will sing no requiem tonight, 'cause when the villains fall, the kingdoms never weep. No one lights a candle to remember. No one mourns it all when they lay them down to sleep. So don't tell me that I didn't have it right. Don't tell me that it wasn't black and white. After all you've put me through, don't say it wasn't true, that you were not the monster that I knew. 'Cause I cannot play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark. I will sing no requiem
the smoke. Out of our night of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray, reaching for the day. We can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of man. We may not reach the ending, but we can start slowly but truly mending, brick by brick, heart by heart. Now, maybe now, we start learning how we can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men. When your trust is all but shattered, when your faith is all but killed, you can give up, bitter and battered, or you can slowly start to build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but finally a city of men. A city of men.
Now we are going to feature Megan Steffi and Patricia Garcia singing For Good from Wicked.
I'm limited. Just look at me. I'm limited. And just look at you. You can do all I couldn't do. Linda. And now it's up to you. For both of us. Now it's up to you. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now, whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship pulled from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a sea drop by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a ship pulled from as it passes us by a wind off, like a stream that meets a sea dropped by a burning the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
I am sitting here with Vincent Connor, Professor Vincent Connor. Good morning, Vincent.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. And what a great performances, and we're only just getting started here.
I mean, we love coming to the Jazz Gallery.
Wonderful. So these are all students of a fairly new program at
Yes.
FIU. This is the musical theater program at the Florida International School of Music.
Yes.
And you are the head of this program.
Yes, I'm the area coordinator for the Wertheim School of Music for our Bachelor's of Music in Musical Theater, a program that is pillared with musicality, singing, dancing, stagecraft, and we are actually pivoting the program next year to have more of a commercial flair by focusing on songwriting and artistry.
Fantastic. And the students, what are some of the things you are working on with your students right now to get them to this point?
Yes. So, my philosophy is performance, performance, performance. So we just had last month our Broadway in Love concert. That was a lovely reflection around Valentine's Day of all music surrounding love. We have our spring showcase happening on March 7th,
Right.
which is coming up right around the corner, which focuses on wonderful musicals like Chicago, A Chorus Line, and really showcases the students exactly where they are in their development now.
Right.
And then next month, we are building a brand new musical, and we are doing Animal Farm, which is based upon the George Orwell novel,
Right.
with an English creative team, Tom Ling, Rebecca Levy, and Ellie Jones. And I was fortunate to be a part of a reading in London this past summer, and I thought it'd be a perfect fit for my students at FIU.
So this is a brand new musical that's
Yes.
being produced.
One of my skill sets as a producer and a director is to really build new work from the ground up. And so I've been really actively involved in this project, and I'm very passionate about it because I love the novel growing up. And once I caught wind of this project, I knew that with my academy in London that I wanted to be a part of it. And then coming into FIU, I thought it'd be a perfect fit for the students here.
That is fantastic. So, and it's a very small but growing program right now.
Yes.
About how many students are involved?
We have about 15 students who are in our program.
Right.
And it is going to be growing every year.
That is very exciting. Yeah, I'm just trying to think what else we can talk about this program. What courses are you teaching right now?
What courses? So I teach musical theater workshop,
Okay.
which basically delves into a lot of different subject matter with like acting techniques, working with on camera,
Right.
monologue work, and then of course within that we have the structure of rehearsals for all of our performances, and of course I teach applied voice lessons as well.
Yes, I was going to ask about that because all the students are also taking voice lessons. Are they taking any instruments as well?
So they're required to take piano, and actually in the new focus starting next year they will also be taking guitar.
Wow.
Yes.
That's very exciting.
I think you
indeed.
know a thing about guitar.
I might know one or two things about it. I know it has usually like strings or something attached to it, pieces of metal, holes. Anyway, I think we should hear some more of
Let's
these
do
wonderful
it.
students and performers. So we are now going to listen to Ainsley Newton singing "Not a Day Goes By" from "Merrily We Roll Along."
Not a day goes by, not a single day, but you're somewhere a part of my life, and it looks like you'll stay as the days go by. I keep thinking, when does it end? When's the day I'll have started forgetting? But I just go on thinking and sweating and cursing and crying and turning and reaching and waking and dying, and no, not a day goes by, not a blessed day, but you're still somehow part of my life, and you won't go away, so there's hell to pay, and until I die, I'll die day after day after day after day after day after day after day, till the days go by, till the days go by, till the days go by.
And now we're going to hear from Maria De Moya singing "Gimme Gimme" from Thoroughly Modern Millie.
A simple choice, nothing more. This or that, either or. Marry well, social world, businessman, clever girl. Or pin my future on a green glass love. What kind of life am I dreaming of? I say, gimme, 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 gimme that thing called love. I want it. Gimme, gimme that thing called love. I need it. Highs and lows, years and laughter. Give me happy ever after. Give me that thing called love. Give me that thing that thing called love. I'm free now, give me that thing called love. I seen a fly dove sing sparrow, give me Cupid's famous arrow, give me that thing called love. I don't care if he's a nobody. In my heart, he'll be a somebody, somebody to love me. I want it, give me that thing called love. I want it, here I am, Saint Valentine. My bags are packed, I'm first in line. Aphrodite, don't forget me. Romeo and Juliet, me fly dove, sing sparrow. Give me that fat boy's famous arrow. Give me that thing called
You are listening to a live performance in the WDNA Jazz Gallery, and today with the FIU School of Music Musical Theater students led by Professor Vincent Connor on the FIU Music Hour. We'll be right back after these messages.
Dreaming of a French adventure? Escape to the Dos Don with SLL Périgord Travel. Discover medieval castles, prehistoric caves, and savor world-class wines and cuisine. Book now at 786-659-6901. Experience France like never before.
So this week, where do I have this? There we go. This week at the Wertheim School of Music, they present a number of amazing concerts on Wednesday, March 5th at 7 p.m. at the Jewish Museum of Florida, FIU. Join us for an extraordinary evening as we celebrate the 28th anniversary of the New Music Miami Festival with a captivating performance by guitarist Dieter Hennings-Jomens. His performance will span from new music on guitar to early music for lute, baroque guitar, and theorbo. On Thursday, March 6th, this just in actually, at 7:30 p.m. at the Wertheim Performing Arts Center Concert Hall, the FIU Latin Jazz Ensemble with guest Mitch Froman. Bronx native and 7-time Grammy Award winner Mitch Froman is one of the top saxophone flutists on the music scene. His versatility in different styles of music have led him to playing with some of the greatest musicians in the world. For example, for 25 years, he was the sax and flute soloist with Tito Puente and also was a steady member of the Mongo Santa Maria Band. Continuing that tradition, Mitch is the sax and flute soloist and co-leader of the Mambo Legends Orchestra, and some of the great salsa Latin jazz artists he has played with and or recorded with are Machito, Celia Cruz, La Lupe, Eddie and Charlie Palmieri, Paquito de Rivera, Chico O'Farrell, and many, many more. His signature solo sound can also be heard everywhere in the world at some point during the day, as he's the saxophone soloist on the theme song of the mega hit TV show Sex and the City. Then on Friday, March 7th at 8 p.m. at the Wertheim Performing Arts Center, It's our very own musical theater workshop studio showcase with our students that you're listening to today. You can see them live in person. So join us as the students of the FIU School of Musical Theater Workshop Studio presents a captivating performance under the expert direction of new faculty member, Professor Vincent Connor, bringing fresh energy and vision from his wealth of professional experience. This vibrant showcase highlights the talents of our students through show-stopping vocals and creative storytelling. On Saturday, March 8th at 7:30 p.m. at the Wertheim Performing Arts Center, join the FIU Symphony Orchestra for an exhilarating evening featuring Mozart's Hafner Symphony, a work of brilliance and grandeur. Originally composed as a serenade for Salzburg's prominent Hafner family, this masterful symphony bursts with energy, elegance, and electrifying momentum. From its bold opening to its triumphant finale, every movement showcases Mozart's genius. On Sunday, March 9th at 2 p.m. at the Wertheim Performing Arts Center Recital Hall, another vocal performance. Join us for an enchanting afternoon of German art song that celebrates the return of spring and the awakening of love, featuring leader by Brahms, Schubert, Schumann, Strauss, and many more. The program will be presented by students from the voice studio of Professor Robert B. Dundas and accompanied by Masami Miyazaki. And finally, on Sunday, March 9th at 2 p.m., also at the Wertheim Performing Arts Center, but this in the concert hall, join us for the continuation of the chamber music series Beethoven, Brahms, and Banter on Sunday afternoons in the Wertheim Concert Hall. Violinist Robert Davidovici will be joined by distinguished Ukrainian pianist Marina Radyushina for a delightful program of romantic sonatas for violin and piano. For these and many more exciting upcoming events, you can find information at music.fiu.edu. And now, back to our show with the FIU School of Musical Theater students. And we are going to hear Sing from a Chorus Line by Patricia Garcia and Josh Argunos.
Sing. I could never really sing. What I couldn't do was sing. I have trouble with the notes. It goes all around my throat. It's a terrifying thing. See, I really couldn't hear which note was lower or was higher. Which is why I disappear when someone says, let's start a choir. Hey, when I begin to shrink, it's a cross between a squeak and a quiver or a moan. It's a little like a croak or the record player. Croak. What it doesn't have is tone. Oh, I know you're thinking, what a crazy sing-a-ling. But I really couldn't sing. I could never really sing. What I couldn't do was sing.
Three blind mice.
Three blind mice. It isn't intentional.
She's doing her best. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. It really blows my mind.
She gets depressed.
But what I lack in pitch, I sure make up in
power.
And all my friends say I am perfect for the shower. Still, I'm terrific at it.
Dance.
Guys are coming in there.
Hands.
I'm a birdie on the
wing.
But when I begin to
chirp,
they say, who's the little
twerp,
going pop instead of
ping.
And when Christmas comes and all my friends go
caroling,
it is so disheartening.
Ning.
It is so disquieting.
Ting.
It is so discouraging.
Jing.
Darling, please stop answering.
Ring.
See, I really couldn't
Sing.
I could never really
Sing.
What I couldn't do was
do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, la.
La, la.
Sing.
All right. Now we're going to hear Patricia Garcia again with Kelly Gonaga and Haley Ferry singing at the ballet from a chorus line.
Daddy always thought that he married beneath him. That's what he said, that's what he said. When he proposed, he informed my mother he was probably her very last chance. And though she was 22, though she was 22, though she was 22, she married him. Life with my dad wasn't ever a picnic, more like a come as you are. When I was 5, I remember my mother dug earrings out of the car. I knew that they weren't hers, but that wasn't something you'd want to discuss. He wasn't warm. Well, not to her. Well, not to us. But everything was beautiful at the ballet. Graceful men lift lovely girls in white. Yes, everything was beautiful at the ballet. I was happy at the ballet. That's when I started taking class. Up a steep and very narrow stairway to the voice like a metronome. Up a steep and very narrow stairway. It wasn't paradise. It wasn't paradise. It wasn't paradise. But it was home.
Mother always said I'd be very attractive when I grew up. Different, she said, with a special something and a very, very personal flair. And though I was 8 or 9, though I was 8 or 9, though I was 8 or 9, I hated her. Now, different is nice, but it sure isn't pretty. Pretty is what it's about. I've never met anyone who was different, who couldn't figure that out. So beautiful, I'd never live to see. But it was clear, if not to her, well then to me, that everyone was beautiful at the ballet. Every prince has got to have his swan. Yes, everyone is beautiful at the ballet. I was pretty at the ballet. Up a steep and very narrow stairway to the voice like a metronome. Up a steep and very narrow stairway. It wasn't paradise. It wasn't paradise. It wasn't paradise. But it was home.
I don't know what they were for or against, really, except each other. I mean, I was born to save their marriage. But when my father came to pick up my mother from the hospital, he said, well, I thought this was going to work, but I guess it's not. Anyway, I did have a fantastic fantasy life. I used to dance around the living room with my arms up like this. My fantasy was that he was a native chief, and he'd say to me, Maggie, do you want to dance? And I'd say, Daddy, I would love to dance.
But it was clear
When he proposed that I was born to help their marriage in wed. That's what he said.
that's what she said.
I used to dance around the living room. He wasn't warm,
Not to her.
he was a native chief, and he'd say, Maggie, do you want to dance? And I'd say,
Fantastic. And now we're going to listen to Angela Vera and Megan Steffi singing I Know Him So Well from Chess.
Nothing is so good it lasts eternally. Perfect situations must go wrong, but this has never yet prevented me wanting far too much for far too long. Looking back, I could have played it differently. One few more moments, who can tell? But it took time to understand the man. Now at least I know him well. Wasn't it good? Oh, so good. Wasn't he fun? Oh, so fun. Isn't it madness? He can't be mine. But in the end, he needs a little bit more than me. More security. It's his fantasy and freedom. I know him so well. No one in your life is with you constantly. No one is completely on your side. But this has never yet prevented me knowing before it's too late. Looking back, I could have played things some other before I felt just a little careless. Maybe I was so much younger then. Now at least I know him well. Wasn't it good? Oh, so good. Wasn't he fun? Oh, so fun. Isn't it madness? He can't be mine. I know how it would go if I knew from the start. Why am I falling apart? Wasn't it good? Wasn't it fun? Isn't it madness? He won't be mine. But in the end, he needs a little bit more than me. More security. It's his fantasy and freedom. I know him so well. It took time to understand him. I know him so well.
Wonderful. I am sitting here in the WDNA Jazz Gallery with Vince
Hello.
Connor. Vince
We are
Connor,
having such a good time.
the Professor Vince Connor, who has, I have to say, Florida International University is very fortunate to have someone of your skills and abilities. Why don't you share a little bit about your production that you've been working on?
Oh, so I have written a musical along with Victor Valdez and Michael Polo. We wrote a musical about the Mad Hatter, and the preface is how the Mad Hatter goes mad,
Okay.
and how the Mad Hatter gets to Wonderland before Alice in Wonderland. It has been a 7-year project. We started with a workshop in London, then we did a New York industry presentation in New York City, then we did a full concert production with the Montreal Symphony in Montreal.
Wow.
And then we did our first regional show in Phoenix, Arizona, where we actually got 10 Broadway World Awards, which we're very excited about.
Wow.
And this summer, we are gearing up for a $5 million production in Toronto, where we are going to be doing it for a 3-month residency.
That's incredible. So your role in that, you wrote it, you
Yes.
produced it.
So I'm a co-producer. I am the book writer. I've sung the Mad Hatter. I've, directed the first workshop production. So
Right.
when you're in the business, you have to do the jack of all trades thing.
Right.
But I'm still currently the co-creator, the book writer, as well as a co-producer.
But to also make this work, it's not just doing that. You also have to let people know that it exists.
Blood, sweat, and tears. Yes.
And bringing that to this kind of experience you can share with your students as well. Are you planning on, and you're planning on doing more productions with your students, as we were talking about before?
Yeah, I'm very passionate about developing new work, and Mad Hatter is destined for the West End and then Broadway.
Right.
And I love attaching myself to projects that I know are going somewhere.
That's fantastic. And you also have a long pedigree here in Miami, in South Florida.
Yes.
Maybe share that a little bit with our listeners again.
Of course. My grandfather is actually one of the founding professors of FIU. And so I grew up coming to visit him and lecture, seeing him lecture on both campuses, actually. And so Dr. Robert Farrell was a founding professor here, and he was in the School of Education. So.
Right. And you also studied down here?
Actually, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Central Florida, and then I went to Florida State University for my undergrad,
Right.
my master's at the University of Arizona,
Okay.
and my doctoral work at UMKC Conservatory in Kansas City.
Oh, wow. Getting around, and then also just heading around to Toronto and London.
Yes.
And around in Vienna. You're going to be doing a workshop in Vienna.
Yes. So aside from my duties at FIU, I'm also the artistic director of the Vienna Summer Music Festival. We produce 4 operas per year, and as well as the London Music Theatre Academy, where we focus on developing new work. So this year we're doing a new show called Black Leather Rose, and then also Ride the Cyclone.
Fantastic. Very, very, very busy schedule you have.
Never a dull moment.
No. All right. I think we're we're
Great.
getting near the end of our show. We're going to feature a couple more of our wonderful students here. We're going to listen to, again, Ainsley Newton singing Rich, Famous, and Powerful by David Friedman.
Ever since I was a baby, I have had one dream in mind. And each Christmas, I think maybe it will finally come true. It's a simple wish that everyone has had from time to time. So I know you'll understand me when I share my dream with you. I want to be rich, famous, and powerful. Step on all my enemies and never do a thing. I want to be rich, famous, and powerful. So all I have to do in life is sit around and say, I don't want to work, struggle, or compromise. When I set a goal, I want to reach it right away, 'cause paying your dues, that's just for other guys. As for me, I want what I want, and I want it all today. I don't want to audition, I don't want to take class. I want to be discovered while I'm sitting on my butt. I should not have to suffer, I should not have to sweat. I tried that for 10 minutes once, and look, what did I get? I'm still not rich, famous, and powerful. Well, Barbara Streisand has it all, and I can do what she can do, so why is she rich, famous, and powerful? While I'm still stuck here schlepping through my life like all of you. What does it take to be famous and powerful? Oh, Santa, if you hear me, please tell me what to do. What do I have to fake to be famous and powerful? I've done everything I can, and now the rest is up to you. I tried being good, I tried being nice, I even tried pretending I was listening once or twice, but the really big stars have all made it without it. Was Betty Davis pleasant? Well, I seriously doubt it. Still, she was rich! Everyone adored her and the world was at her feet, and she was a witch! It's obvious that I have gotten nowhere being sweet. Now, I know I should be thankful for the blessings that I've got. There are those who truly worship me, and starving, I'm not. And I know good friends and family and health count for a lot. But I have to admit, all this doesn't mean piss if I'm not rich, famous, and powerful. Oh, come on, don't be so shocked. You know you feel the same as I. If we were rich, famous, and powerful, we could take all those agents and casting directors, tiny apartments and back tax collectors, critics and casting calls, chilly rehearsal halls, people who bore us, and jobs in the chorus kiss and kiss them all goodbye. Is that too much to ask?
Wonderful. So I'm going to close out the show now, but we're going to still have some music before we do that. You've been listening to the FIU School of Music musical theater students. We have Haley Ferry, Angela Vera, Maria de Moya, Patricia Garcia, Jay Hernandez, Josh Aguños, Megan Staffy, Ainsley Newton, Kelly Gonaga, Serenity Perez, Elise McFall, and led by Professor Vincent Connor, and accompanied by FIU Professor Dr. Vidya Kare on piano here on the FIU Music Hour on WDNA 88.9 FM. Thank you so much for joining us today on the FIU Music Hour on WDNA. I've been your faculty host, Dr. Russ Spiegel, and along with our producer, Dr. Karen Velaz, we'd like to thank our production crew, FIU grad students Siboney and Alec, WDNA's sound and tech wizards Brian Barrientos and Danny Collazo, and the staff of WDNA 88.9 FM for today's broadcast. If you'd like more information on all our programs, make sure to call 305-348-2896. You can also go to our webpage, music.fiu.edu, and you can also like our Facebook and or Instagram page to stay up to date with all our upcoming performances. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure to join the FIU Music Hour for more great music every Tuesday, 11 a.m. to noon. And now we are going to listen to Elise McFall and Serenity Perez singing Take Me or Leave Me from Rent.
Every single day I walk down the street, I hear people say, baby, so sweet. Ever since puberty, everybody stares at me. Boys, girls, I can't help it, baby. So be mine, don't waste my time. Just remember that I'm your baby. Take me for what I am, who I was meant to be. And if you give a damn, take me, baby, or leave me. Take me, baby, or leave me. A tiger in a cage can never see the sun. This diva needs her stage. Baby, let's have fun. You are the one I choose. Folks would kill to fill your shoes. You love the limelight too now, baby. So be kind. This girl satisfies. Crying, oh honey bear, are you still my baby? Take me for what I am, who I was meant to be. And if you give a damn, take me, baby, or leave me. No way can I be what I'm not. But hey, don't you want your girl hot? Don't fight, don't lose your head. 'Cause every night, who's in your bed? Who's in your bed? Kiss Pookie. It won't work. I look before I leap. I love margins and discipline. I make lists in my sleep. Baby, what's my sin? Never quit. I follow through. I hate mess, but I love you. What to do with my impromptu baby? So be wise, 'cause this girl satisfies. You want a prize, so don't compromise. You're one lucky baby. Take me for what I am.
Control freak.
Or who I was meant to be.
Let's not get overattentive.
And if you give a damn,
Control freak.
take me, baby, or leave
Ain't
me.
overattentive.
That's it.
last tune to play it out. This is the Cell Block Tango featuring the ensemble from Chicago.
And now, the 6 merry murderesses of the Cook County Jail in their rendition of the Cell Block Tango.
Pop. 6. Squish.
Cicero. Lip shits. Pop 6.
Squish.
Cicero. Lip shits.
Pop.
6.
Squish.
Cicero. Lip shits.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. Pop. Squish.
Cicero. Lip shits.
All right, so you know how people have these little habits that get you down? Like Bernie. Bernie loved to chew gum. No. Not chew. Pop. So I come home this one day and I'm really irritated and I'm looking for a little bit of sympathy. And there's Bernie on the couch, drinking a beer and chewing. No, not chewing. Popping. So I said to him, I said, Bernie, you pop that gum one more time. And he did. So I took the shotgun off the wall and I fired 2 warning shots into his head.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have heard it, I bet you would have done the same.
I met Ezekiel Young from Salt Lake City about 2 years ago. He told me he was single and we hit it off right away, so we started living together. He'd go to work, he'd come home, I'd fix him a drink, we'd have dinner. It was like heaven in 2.5 rooms. And then I found out. Single, he told me. Single my ass. Not only was he married, he had 6 wives. One of those Mormons, you know. So that night he came home from work and I fixed him his drink as usual. You know, some guys just can't hold their arsenic.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He took a flower in its prime, and then he used it, and he abused it. It was a murder, but not a crime.
Now I'm standing in the kitchen, minding my own business, carving up the chicken for dinner, and in storms my husband Wilbur in a jealous rage. "You've been screwing the milkman," he said. He was crazy. And he kept on screaming, "You've been screwing the milkman!" And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
Yo estaba tranquila en mi casa cuando de repente llegaron unos hombres buscando a mi marido y decían, ¿dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Yo, asustada, no sabía qué responderles. Comenzaron a tumbar la puerta a patadas. 1, ¡boom! 2, ¡boom! Hasta que llegaron al cuarto donde dormía mi marido. Y de repente, ¡pau, pau, pau! Balazos. Y yo, asustada, fui, de repente salieron corriendo los hombres y yo fui a mi cuarto a ver a mi marido. Y ahí estaba, sangre por todos lados.
Yeah, but did you do it?
Not guilty.
My sister Veronica and I did this double act, and my husband Charlie traveled around with us. For the last number in our act, we did these 20 acrobatic tricks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, splits, spread eagles, flip-flops, backflips, one right after the other. Well, this one night we were in Cicero, the 3 of us. We were in this hotel room boozing and having a few laughs, and we run out of ice. So I went out to go get some. I come back, open the door. There's Veronica and Charlie doing number 17, the spread eagle. Well, I was in such a state of shock, I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later, when I was washing the blood off my hands, I even knew they were dead.
They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't
More than I can possibly say. He was a real artistic guy. Sensitive. A painter. But he was troubled. He was always trying to find himself. So he'd go out every night looking for himself. And along the way he found Ruth, Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving. Oh, I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, and I saw him dead.
The dirty bomb, the dirty bomb. They had it come, 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 they had it all along. Cause if they used us, and they abused us, how could you tell us that we were wrong? He had it come, he had it come, he had it come, he had it come, he only had to play. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen, I bet you would have done the same.
Thank you very much. Great job, everyone.
Experience the heart of France with SLL Périgord Travel. Explore medieval castles and prehistoric caves. Sip world-class wines. Indulge in authentic French cuisine. Whether you want a custom tour or a small group adventure, our expert guides will craft an unforgettable journey through France's enchanting Dordogne region. Book your trip today at sllperigordtravel.com or call 786-659-6901. SLL Périgord Travel. Experience France like never before.